What's good, YouTube? DMP that gamer here, back on Battlefield. We got Battlefield 6 here, guys, with the open beta. Oh my gosh, it was fun. It was fun. Got another weekend ahead of us, so we go over just a little bit of what I thought of it. It gives you that old school Battlefield feel for real. It does, but it's missing something. I don't know what it is, but the gameplay so far is perfect. It's looking great. It's looking great. The movement, the mechanics, everything. It feels kind of a little. I don't know if it's been like this fast paced before to me, but it felt like I guess it's because I haven't played in a while. I haven't played any Battlefield in a minute. I kind of just gave up on 2042 whenever it was out. I think I played like a month or two and then I was done with it. So it's good to have another good Battlefield game out there. The As you can see right here, got the loadouts. I was just looking over everything and trying to see what to do and what they added or what's new or how everything is set up. One thing I will say, I do not like the fact that you can use every weapon on every class, on every loadout. That is very not Battlefield to me. Like they pretty much brought that from 2042, which I've noticed they brought like almost everything from past Battlefields. Like there's so much destruction, it feels like Bad Company 2. It's crazy. Like Bad Company 2, Battlefield 3, like just buildings getting destroyed and demolished all around you, which I did a lot of because I was running a lot of engineer and blowing up stuff with the RPG. And crazily, the RP. I don't know if we ever had an RPG this loaded out before. I know whenever I was standing beside one of the supply boxes, one of our support guys dropped down. I got like 6 rockets. I was kind of flabbergasted because like I just demolished a house, like, and now I'm able to demolish another house. Like it was a lot. So there's with that. The grenade throw system kind of threw me off when I was in game. I'm not going to lie. When I was in game trying to throw a grenade, it felt like my dude never threw anything in his life. I like the fact that you can drag people, as you can see when they're trying to revive them. I like that they have that in here. Gives you a good another mechanic added added in. It's good to get cover while you're trying to revive somebody because like you just revive somebody in the middle of the open and then you get shot. He gets shot. It's kind of like, come on now. But it was very fun. I got some guys I played Hell Let Loose with. I played with a few matches before the server shut down on Sunday. I was checking out all the weapons. I kind of found I like this. Was it the XGS or the XGX? I like this SMG. It's that one, and then I like the M4A1, of course. I was getting smacked. Like we were getting smacked most of the matches we played. I kind of held my own, but it's been a while since I played a fast-paced FPS. Because like most of the first-person shooters I play are more. I don't want to say they're not like slow paced, but they're more tactical. Not saying Battlefield isn't tactical at certain moments and certain times, but it's just it was like a whole different game, like ball field for me because I haven't played in so long. But it was interesting being back out on the Battlefield community and being with them. And there's a lot of, I feel like, COD players that pushed in. No offense to you guys if y'all are COD players, uh, but the gameplay is perfect for you guys. To be honest with you, it looks pretty similar to. I'm not saying similar, like in a sense it is COD, but like the way they have it set up to me with the some of the mechanics and the movements, it does give you that feel like you're really like you're moving faster than I feel like past battlefields we were in some of the movement system. But it's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. It's still fun. The servers are crazy. Like you get in, I got in. I think the queue that I jumped in, it said I was 9,000 in the queue. I was just like, wait, what? I thought I had to wait till like, I thought I was gonna have to wait that whole time because that was kind of weird to me. But yeah, it was pretty fun. Let's see, we had fun. We played a little bit of everything. I don't think we touched on. I think there was a death match in King of the Hill. We didn't get to play those two. One of my friends, they did say it was kind of fun though. We're gonna have to try the King of the Hill next weekend. Um, we played Conquest, of course, and Breakthrough, quote unquote, kind of like Rush. Um, I wish they did bring Rush back, but Breakthrough kind of jumped in whenever Battlefield 1 came out. So Breakthrough kind of took over Rush. But, I mean, with it being similar to BF3 and BF4 with the whole modern warfare, like modern day, like type of war and weapons and everything and factions, I think they should bring Rush back. Um, but yeah, it was very interesting. You see, I was blowing up everything really. I was about to, let's see. I thought I was gonna shoot the rocket right there. I shot a rocket like a lot in this match, or all my matches. Let me say that. I was just blowing up stuff. I probably was the main one trying to attack the Vix, and that's another thing. I've seen a lot of people. At least what I like about Battlefield, I saw a lot of team play with it, and a lot of guys on top of the tank. I saw you could actually get on the back of the tank and ride the tank. That was kind of cool. I think that was the Abrams though. The other tank, you actually get into it, so it's kind of cool. It was like an infantry carrier. I can't wait for the game to actually come out because I mostly play hardcore when it comes to Battlefield. But the kill ratio wasn't too bad. It wasn't too slow to me. It was pretty quick for a core server or for the base game, as you would say. But definitely for me, hardcore is where I get my fun in. But like I said, we were getting smacked most of the time we were playing, as you can see. We're not doing too well on any of these these matches that we played. But I think we like basically won like 2 out of the 5 we played. So as you can see, like we were doing good. I feel like as a squad, but like as a squad we were doing good. But as a team, our team wasn't the best, which is nothing new to us because it was like that even when we were playing Hell Let Loose. So we're kind of used to it. And right there, if you saw, I was accidentally went to semi-auto, and then I tried to go back to semi-auto. There were so many snipers on this map. This like this valley right here, this map right here, what's it called? Liberation Peak. Yeah, this map. There's always freaking snipers on the hills and the mountains side. But yeah, this is what I was trying to do a lot of. I was trying to ride with the tank and just keep the tank alive. I've seen a lot of guys doing that. So I was like, you know what, I'll try it out. And then I was basically the second rocket on top of the tank. But I kept trying to reload my RPG, and then I would get on the, like you can see, you can ride the back of the tank. See, I'm trying to reload right there. But I'm not the only one repairing. There's more people. So like that's the like aspect of Battlefield that I do miss in first person shooters. Like just the whole team play and everything. It's perfect. I think that's where Battlefield separates from the main base first person shooters. With that, and then like the fact that it's almost like all out warfare kinda for a base or for a main first-person shooter game, unlike Call of Duty and all the other in the genre. But I fell in love with the M4, and I kind of just stuck with it after that. For real, for real. I got back in semi-auto on there. Yeah, I kept trying to figure out like the controls. I was like, you know what? I'm about to make my own because you can change your button layout. So I did that. I changed my button layout so it would feel like I was back on BF3 and BF4. So like all the original Battlefields I played. So it was just kind of getting back used to it after playing so many mil sims and other first person shooters. So it was kind of weird just trying to get back into the feel of things. But I don't think I had too much of a bad showing. It was just getting getting back, getting the wheels back. You know what I'm saying? Getting taking the train wheels back off. So, but we had fun, that's for sure. And you see, I'm just blowing stuff up. Like the RPG was like my secondary. I didn't even pull out the pistol that much. I think I did it one match. The pistol wasn't too bad. Actually, I think one match. I don't know if we were playing Breakthrough or Conquest. There was like maybe six guys running through this trail that I was at, and I took out about four of them with the pistol. So it was kind of interesting seeing how badass the pistol was. So, but I didn't use it that much, so I didn't get to see any more. But for sure, the M4 is probably one of the main ARs. They have a AK. I don't have that one yet. I will have to level up some more. But it was my first weekend, my first time getting in and getting into the beta. So I'm just glad that I did because I had a lot of fun. Enjoyed myself playing Battlefield again. I was just in here, just holding this whole building down. I remember this. Oh man, that was crazy. That was like a whole out of body experience, like a flashback of the old days right there for me. Another thing with the loadouts, like I said, the you can use every weapon on the loadouts, which is it's okay in certain senses of it. I understand, like not everyone's gonna have like they go to war with the same weapon always. Uh, but like if you got a role to play, you know what I'm saying? I feel like you should be limited. Like recon should be the only people with snipers, at least. Do it that way. Maybe and then like the assault team, they should only be able to do ARs, carbines, and SMGs. It's just it only makes sense to bring it to that actual battlefield feel, you know. Same thing with the engineers, carbines, and SMGs, just like it used to be. You got the shotty. You know, there's a shotgun on the assault you can have as a. I don't know if it was a secondary or a gadget. I forgot which one. Like I said, I mostly was playing engineer. The cool thing, and I don't know if it's this might be a little OP for certain maps, whenever, but I didn't see too much aerial support or any air vehicles like that. I saw a few jets fly by, but I wasn't paying too much attention to the sky like that. But as an engineer, I was running a RPG, but I also was running a I don't know if it was an Igla or what it was. It was definitely an airlock on missile though. So it was kind of cool to have those two in my inventory just in case there was like some air threat, but there wasn't really anything in the air like that, which which I hope they actually bring back because a lot of what Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4, there was. even on Battlefield 5 and 1, like there were still planes and everything going out. So like Battlefield 4, Battlefield 3, we had helis. There was a, what was it, the Havocs were coming to attack helis. They had the jets. I saw the jet, but like, is there? I don't know if they're gonna add any more Vics. I don't know if it's what's going on with that. I would hope so, because like I said, that would give the more of the Battlefield feel back in. The Vics that I did see were mainly the tanks. There was two tanks that I seen. They both look kind of like heavy tanks. The Abrams, and then I'm not sure what the other tank was. I know you could jump inside. Like you could. I want to say it was like 6 people could get inside of it. It was kind of like a carrier. I don't think it was Bradley, but you could say it was in a sense. They did have a Bradley actually though, which I felt like was more for like an AA gun on it, but it did some damage to infantry when I was using it. It wasn't the best for infantry, so that's why I say I'm pretty sure it was for anti-air. Um, and it was only a one-seater, which sucked to me. Like I would feel like, yeah, I don't know, it just wouldn't make more sense to have another gunner or something. And then we had, I think, Humvees, kind of like Humvees Jeeps. I saw those. I did not see any quads. I didn't see any four wheelers like they usually. Well, not like they usually, but like they used to have on BF4 and BF3. I would think they would bring that back though. Um, One thing I do like is there's no crazy skins for the characters. Everyone looks kind of like a soldier or a merc. Like, nothing too insane going on with their the outfits and their uniforms.
Back out.
And then
Try to get back in.
yeah, the main thing you see there's helis right there in the background and jets. So I would think like on certain maps they're gonna have it. I guess just these maps right now that we're seeing, there's only jets for the air, but for sure that is something that's always been in Battlefield. So I would hope that they at least have that back in sooner or later. I like the customization. This is cool right here. So they have attachment points. So you can have a certain amount of attachments on the gun. Like you can have as many attachments as you can get, long as your points uh fill up. Like if you get too much, like of 100 points on your attachments, you're gonna have to take something off and replace it because you only can have all the way up to 100. So each attachment costs amount of attachment points. So I think my grip that I had, the vertical grip I had on the M4 was like 15 points. I had a I had a laser on it. I took the laser off so I could get, I think it was a quicker reload on my mag. It was either that or it was another I don't know if it was a flash hide. Yeah, I think it was a flash hider or something like that on my barrel. And then you can change the barrel size, extended barrel, short barrel, QCB or CQB, and so it was cool. It was cool. I like how they had that set up. I know I ran the LMG at one point. There's no recoil for real, for real. That's what I do not like. It's kind of. I guess I've been on too many. Like I've been on the milsim like too much or something, or just on the realistic uh first person shooters a little too much. But there's literally no recoil on the LMG to me. To me, like it's a LMG with a bipod, not with a foregrip. And there, I did not have, I basically didn't have any recoil, which was crazy to me. Um, but with the M4 that I was using, that I put a grip on, the recoil was going kind of crazy. There was a little sway to it with my bullets. Kind of reminded me of whenever Battlefield One was out, they had it where you could have certain recoil where it would go to the left or the right, or it would be centered, or like however you had it set up. And that's what it kind of reminded me of, because every time I shot, my gun would sway a little bit to the left instead of like going straight down like regular recoil, or go to the right a little. It would just sway to the right, like I mean to the left. Like my left hand was weak or something. I'm not sure what that was about. So I'm gonna have to get used to it a little bit, I guess. Well, I guess you could say I did get used to it, because I was doing pretty good with the killing. But it just kind of threw me off at some points whenever I was shooting from a distance with it. Whenever like the past battlefields that we did play, which like we did great with distance shooting with ARs and stuff. So it was kind of weird. I don't know if it was that's just how they're having it set up this year with this battlefield or what, but definitely
He just losing it right now, but he's on the
the
right
more I
track right
played, the
now.
more I was getting used to the firing system though, of and how the guns worked and the gun mechanics.
I heard the
But for
hammers.
sure, it took a second to not master, but to get used to for
One's
sure.
behind us.
But it was fun.
In the bus, in the
It
bus, in
was
the bus,
definitely
inside the
fun.
bus,
This
inside the bus.
whole experience. It's just good to have
There's a
another
sniper on the
Battlefield
car.
out. That's a
Inside of
decent
the
one.
bus.
That's for sure. Because
That's a shit.
past Battlefields, I'm not gonna say
Oh,
like Battlefield 5
oh,
wasn't
I'm on
too
fire!
bad.
I'm on fire!
Um, but definitely the last good Battlefield to me
I didn't hit him.
was Battlefield 4. But Battlefield 1 was good too. It was good too. Um, for the original Battlefields that we like played on though, like definitely BF4 was the last good one
I pushed
to
B.
me.
I pushed B.
Um, all the time period pieces, yeah, BF1 definitely takes it. And then I would say 42, not 42, 44, Battlefield 44, with the World War II. But yeah, for the time period, yeah. But for Battlefield in general, yeah, the last good one for me was definitely 4.
Oh my god, a car
And
pushed me.
the modern day, like maybe this
Nah, that
one
was
will
that
pick up
shit.
and become my favorite Battlefield of the modern
Nah,
uh,
you know what? I'm gonna go
combat
with it.
and war. But so far, it's still BF4. It's gonna be a minute. Maybe more I play this,
Push
the
B.
more I'll kind of come to my senses and be like, yeah, you know what, this is probably the best Battlefield for the modern day. But still BF4 for me. I don't know if they're gonna do hardcore servers. Just thinking about that now, cause like three, the past three battlefields, there wasn't really hardcore servers. You would have to go make your own server or join someone's server that has settings like hardcore. There wasn't really a based hardcore uh, since BF4, so that might be another reason for me saying that as well. But they definitely need to bring back some of the maps from BF4, BF3. I keep hearing something about Metro, and I'm not as sure about Operation Locker, but I keep hearing stuff about those maps. Everyone loves those maps because they're straight just killing zones, which is cool. Yeah, that's fun. I'm not gonna lie, those are fun to play on. But for me, I'm always still here for I don't want to say the long fire battle, like the firefights, long range firefights, but the larger scale maps. I love those. Um, I like some CQB here and there,
Oh,
but I'm
Delta,
not
Delta, Delta.
too big on the close quarters, because to me, whenever it gets too close quarters, sometimes it gets to that feel of like, yeah, this feels like COD. Like I don't want it to feel like, I want it to feel like
Yeah, bro.
Battlefield. So some of the moments when I was playing this and in the close quarters with our guys
Yep. Yep.
and fighting with the team or just on my own at some points, it was kind of it felt like I was playing Call of Duty, and I ain't played COD in a minute. Like it's been years, so
Oh
it
wow.
just sucked that it felt that way. But like I said, some of the
Yes,
mechanics,
yeah.
it kind of feels like that. It feels like it's kind of fast paced, like it got faster. I'm not sure if that's right, but it's because it's been so long for me since I played. I've been trying to blow up that house. If y'all were watching the gameplay, I was trying to blow that building up, and I was just trying to figure out why that rocket did not blow up, blow up the side of that building like it was supposed to. Some of this destruction is still not like complete destruction. So like sometimes you will shoot a wall, and it just leaves leaves a mark. It doesn't really like destroy the wall, which I kind of still I'm still a little against. I feel like if you shoot something with a rocket, it should blow up. It should destroy. There should be total destruction. Um, it should destroy or at least put a hole in it or something, not just the freaking mark of black on the wall. But yeah, this I think this match we came back. I think this is the match. I'm not 100% sure. There was one match we were down bad and we had came back. I think I was messing with the brightness. Some of the areas were not as lightened up as they should be, or they were too lightened up to the point where there was a glare. So I think that's what I was messing with here, if I'm not mistaken. I still gotta find a sweet spot for that as well for me. Because actually, I can give you an example. So the building on this side of Charlie, where I'm at right now, there's a building. There's like two buildings in the middle of the map, or not two build. You could say yeah, two buildings across the street from each other. Charlie's the objective's right in the street. So one of the buildings you can't see too well into the other building, which is on this side where I'm at, on the D side. But if you go to the other building that's on the side where Bravo's at, I swear to you, I swear you can see literally everything. You can see into the other building on the other side of the road. You can see down the alley perfectly. You can see down the street on both sides perfectly. So the lighting, I think they should change it up like where maybe like during the day maybe the sun moves. Like like if you're playing pretty much Battlefield, a match usually goes about at the least 40 minutes. At the least, if you're getting smacked and it's like you're just getting steamrolled. But sometimes it can go for an hour. Sometimes, if it's a real good match and a hard fought one. So I feel like yeah, like time should actually move a little bit because I feel like that's what it is. Like you can see me looking, trying to look at the other building right there, but the sun is literally just messing with my. I shouldn't have to put my whole brightness up for that. I shouldn't have to do that. I shouldn't have to put my whole brightness up. I shouldn't have to put it down. I shouldn't have to mess with it too much, you know. But I mean, that's one realistic part. But I feel like if you want it to be really realistic, you would make the time move, sun would go down, or do what it does and move, and sets and rises, all that type of stuff. Um, oh, this was the part where I started going over here to this house. Yeah, because I think they noticed it. I think these guys noticed what I noticed. Like you can literally see better from this angle because the sun's not in your eyes on this side. The sun's in your eyes on the other side. So like you can literally see better from this building than you can the other building. To me, at least to me. Um. See, I couldn't do that from the other side, from the building that he's in, because it would always show like more of a shadow than a person. Like I couldn't really tell if I was seeing a person or not. Even with it showing their name
There
tags,
was a
which
spot down right
I'm
there.
against because I'm a hardcore
On
player,
that
so I'm
side.
like
That side.
trying
Leave that
trying
open.
to get more used to the game, and then I'm going to literally make it hardcore for myself and turn the HUD off. So I'm definitely going to do that. Probably this weekend coming up for the next. But see, like they were trying to come up here and they were trying to hold it down. They were trying to get their spot back. I wasn't letting that happen. So, and I think that's when everything turned around. I think we
Someone
started
coming up the
capping
side of
some
this hill.
stuff. We held down
Where someone comes
a
up the
few
hallway. Oh, someone's
points,
coming up. Someone's coming up.
and from there on, we had a comeback. I'm not. I don't know if this was the one we won or not. I'm not 100% sure on it though. I was running out of ammo. What I like about uh, the support loadout, your
Oh.
your
Oh,
um
I have no more ammo.
your
No
supply
more ammo.
box heals
Leave
and
that
it
alone.
heals and gives ammo. So
Beside me.
that's pretty
Throw
cool.
that in the
It
fire.
heals you and it gives you ammo.
Ah, shoot
So
that
that's
dude.
pretty
Shoot that
cool.
dude.
But they still have the grenade launchers. I don't know if they
I'm trying
have
to get back to my spot,
underbarrel
dude.
grenade
I'm
launchers
still here.
though.
We're gonna get
I
back
know
to
they
it.
have the grenade launcher,
There's
like the
a
portable
shot.
grenade launcher, but I don't know if they have it where you can put it on your gun. At least I didn't see it for the M4. Uh, Possibly they possibly still have it as an attachment, or maybe they're gonna add it on later on. But like for the gun I was using for the M4, I didn't see it as a choice. Um, that's
Shotty.
sure.
Shotty.
There's the shotgun that I was talking about. Like I said, I'm not sure if that is a
Hey, Shotty. Shotty dude.
secondary
Shotty dude right here.
or a gadget.
Are you still upstairs?
I don't think it's a secondary. I don't know if it's
Where is he now?
a gadget or just you can have it as a
What's
gadget,
up?
or if you have to have that as your
Hey.
primary. I'm not 100% sure on that. I swear when I did look at the assault, I think it was possible to have it as a gadget, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Like I said, I was mainly running engineer, blowing up stuff. Even whenever I was running engineer, I did the whole change weapons thing. I tried out the LMG on the engineer. I even sniped on the engineer. That's a little bit later on. I think at the near the end of the vid. But I still don't like it. I'm still against it. Like I would rather have me switch to the support to have to get the LMG out, or switch to recon for me to get the sniper out. I feel like that's more how it should be. Like, cause you think about this, you could literally have a whole squad of snipers, and y'all still be assault. Y'all could still be engineer. Y'all could still be support, and y'all could still have a recon. That is kind of stupid. I'm sorry. It's kind of stupid, and a little bit doing too much. It's doing too much to me. It's doing too much. I feel like if you're gonna have a squad, everyone should play their role,
Where is that? Oh,
have
shit.
their roles
Where is it,
weapons
bro?
that you're supposed to have for that role, which is the
I'm trying to. Yeah, nah.
assault. Like I said, have an AR or a carbine, maybe a
I got a
SMG,
dude. I think it's.
aka PDW, you know,
Yeah, they
personal
keep telling me to
defense
change it.
weapon.
Oh, dude.
But that's just me. That's how I grew up on. That's what I grew up on playing Battlefield. So it's just this whole all weapons for every class is just kind of it's a little just overrated to me. You're doing too much,
They coming this way?
which we had already in 2042, and I'm not the only one that was against it. Even on 2042, people didn't like it. You know, so I don't see why you still brought it back. We didn't like the characters and the skins and all. So why you bring all that stuff back? And which I think they're still gonna do. I still like whenever they do the Firestorm, the Battle
Let me
Royale. I
get
think
that
they're gonna have
dude.
some stupid skins
Oh,
that
where's
don't
this
make
sniper at?
sense, or and just some other stuff. It's just don't try to be COD. That is not why we play Battlefield. We don't play Battlefield because we want you to play like COD. We play Battlefield for the whole Battlefield feel, for the team aspect, for the like large scale battles, all that. You know, don't try to degrade yourself
Wait, don't get
because
banned.
there's another company in your genre doing what you do and they're showing off a little bit more success than you are. Don't try to fall into that black hole and start following them down that black hole or that rabbit hole, whatever you want to say it. But like, because you get stuck in that, and then you're just basically copying them, and it's not working out for you because you're copying them. Yo, I did not know that the recording got chopped out right there. But like I was saying, yeah, you're just copying a whole nother company, and it just doesn't work out the way you see it sometimes. So like with Firestorm, I'm hoping they do the whole the whole thing differently this time, how they're supposed to do it, because you got whenever Firestorm came out, there was all the other battle royales were coming up, like the whole Daisy, not Daisy, H1Z1, the freaking Warfare, Fortnite, all that was coming out. So it just makes more sense how they're doing it now. I wish they did it like this, like they whenever BF5 was out and made it free instead of having to have the game, because there was so much potential in it and it was fun, but the community died out because it didn't have that much people playing it, because one, the base game wasn't all that. Like I said, BF5 was not that great. It really wasn't. Um but I'm hoping they do the similar how they had BF5 set up. We jumping out the plane, of
This
course. I think we were like in a
motherfucker,
B1,
bro. I keep
B2
fucking them
bomber or
up
something
because
like
they
that. We
keep
jumped
trying to
out,
come to this
parachuted
building.
down,
They just
got
trying
your
to go to this
gear,
building,
picked up
bro.
some
They
gear,
keep
found some vaults.
not what? They
There was bunkers
keep
that
coming to this
had tanks in it, so hopefully they bring the tanks back. That would be great. Um, like the Vix, I think that was a whole another thing. Like we had freaking Vix. Like I think we were the first ones to do that, because
Ayo,
I don't think
ayo.
Fortnite had Vix yet. I think the only people that had Vix was H1Z1, but like they didn't have freaking tanks, actual war vehicles. So I'm pretty sure they'll put the tanks in, maybe some Humvees, because there was trucks, there was just random civilian vehicles that we could drive. So I'm pretty sure they'll add those in as well. There was a freaking helicopter, because I know it's World War II, but there was a prototype helicopter back then.
Oh
World War
yeah,
II,
oh
someone's
yeah,
worked
two
on.
thousand.
They didn't make too many of them. They mainly used it for recon,
I do.
but still, it was in the game. It was in BF5 for Firestorm. So I'm hoping that they do something similar and put like a little bird or some type of heli, something, so we have another way to transport around the map where we're playing Firestorm at. And also, it would be nice to actually play on that map. That Firestorm map from BF5 was not that bad. It was pretty cool, pretty fun. Different
I do.
sceneries. With some beach, some plains, open fields, a little towns. It's cool. Maybe have that as one of the maps. Maybe have multiple maps to play on. Put some cities in as well. Maybe it could be the same map, a little extended. Maybe there's a city in there now, or a bigger town, something like
Yeah,
that.
I see that.
Modern day version of that map. But yeah, like I said, my record, like my video cut out right
As
there.
soon as
So
I spawn, dude,
like half of the other stuff that I talked about after Firestorm, I do not remember too much.
they getting
I just know
crazy.
I had to get that off real quick. Most of I think the rest of what I was talking about was just this game was fun, dude. The beta was fun. I just I really hope that there's more potential here. There's still more potential here in this they could work on for sure. Like I said, the
Oh, hey,
loadouts, weapons, mechanics, everything's great. It's just certain aspects of the game. It I don't want to say it's gonna kill, because I mean I'm pretty sure people still gonna play it. Um, it's just certain aspects that get you kind of feeling like, damn, am I even playing Battlefield? Like at moments, that's how it was, but it's still you know, yes, Battlefield. It's just certain aspects that made you feel like
How
that.
the fuck
It
is
was
you so
fun. We had a
tall?
great time, good teamwork, and that's what I miss in FPSs. Uh, at least the main of the genre is that, and that's the whole thing about Battlefield versus all the other first person shooters in the genre.
That makes
So
sense.
yeah, I'm gonna have to check out some more of the weapons. I'm gonna have to try out some more of everything else while I'm leveling up. When the game comes out, hopefully be a little bit more used to the mechanics. Because I'm not gonna lie, this for this night or the
It's
night I
so
played, it
random,
wasn't
bro.
too bad. It wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
Could have did better for sure. But like I said,
Really?
it's been a minute. Everything was way more fast paced. And I got to see what's going on with that shotgun right there, dude. That shotgun is something's up with that shotgun. That is like the third time in this whole video,
Oh,
like that has happened. That shotgun, the pump action is quicker than I have ever seen,
down here?
and that Remington is in most of the modern day battlefields. BF5, I mean not BF5, BF4, BF3. It was I think it was even in freaking
Oh, yeah, of
2042.
course.
Um, and I want to say Bad Company too. So yeah, like the Remington, like that, the pump action should not be that quick. I swear, dude, that's like the second time, and it wasn't a collateral kill. That was two
Ooh,
shots, so it just
nine.
doesn't make sense sometimes with that. That, like I said, that was the third time that has happened. But I'm definitely ready for the game to actually come out. Probably get y'all some hardcore gameplay. So I'll be like the hardcore side of the community. Hopefully, we'll have some guys making some servers on that, and then depending on how I'm feeling, I might make my own server on it. To try to get it to be like BF3, BF4, freaking bad company, like those actual like the actual hardcore servers. You only spawn on your squad lead and all that. Just like how it used to be,
It's over, ain't it?
real
It's over
hardcore.
anyways.
Um, the kill ratio, quick like it's supposed to be. But like I said, it's not too bad for a base game how the kill ratio is. So might just drop the health down or something. But yeah, it was fun, man. Have some more fun this weekend. I'll see you guys then.
Yeah,
As always, DP
most
Gamer
definitely,
out.
yeah.
Peace.